What's up everyone, my name is InsertTech here, and here I am with another review. This review is about the Apple wireless desktop set. Now, this desktop set is a set that is fairly popular. Not because it's a great setup, just a second. Not because it's a great setup. It's not bad, in fact, it's really good. The design of both of the items is really good. But not because a lot of people have actually bought it, but because it comes bundled with every Macintosh computer that is out today. And it has come bundled with Apple computers for years. So that's the reason why this setup is very, very popular. And it's a pretty good setup for actually coming bundled with a computer. So, this review is going to consist of two parts. Part 1 is going to be the Apple Magic Mouse, and Part 2 is going to be the Apple Wireless Keyboard. So, let's get on to the review. Okay, so let's get on to the review of the Apple Magic Mouse. Now, this mouse is a mouse that Apple introduced in, I don't know what year, but it's been quite a time since Apple introduced this mouse. And it's got a lot of features that other mouses don't have. First, the most well-known feature is obviously it's wireless. It doesn't need any wires. You can just turn it on with this switch right here, and it'll work just perfectly. It works just like a normal mouse. I'm gonna turn it off right now. Works just like a normal mouse. It uses batteries for the Bluetooth thing, for the Bluetooth wireless capabilities. Yes, it uses batteries to be able to be powered. It doesn't use there's some other mouses that actually use some solar, some like sun charging things, but this mouse uses batteries. The great thing about this mouse is the innovative part about this mouse is the fact that this whole white surface is multi-touch. That means, basically, this mouse is used for a lot of cool features. Like, for example, swiping down or swiping up will actually let you go down or up if you are in an environment when you need to go down or up. For example, if you swipe up when you're in a web page, your page will go down. That is in OS X Lion. When it was in OS 10.6 Leopard, it was, if you go down, the page goes down. Just like a normal scroll wheel in any conventional mouse, or any normal mouse. But now that they've included this reverse iOS-like scrolling, and let me move the camera a little bit because it's kind of like weird. There we go. Now that they included this iOS-like scrolling, for example, it makes sense. Like, if you actually take the page down, you go up. You see more up. But if you actually turn the page up, you start seeing down. And that makes sense. And that's why they included it on this mouse. You can turn it off, but it does make sense to use it with this mouse. You can use double tap with both fingers to go into mission control / expose. You can just double tap with your finger in the multi-touch surface with one finger, and it'll do a smart zoom on your screen. And you can press Control on the keyboard that you're using, not necessarily this keyboard, because you can buy this mouse separately from the keyboard. But if you press Control and swipe up, you can zoom in how much you want. It's not the smart zoom that actually calculates how much zoom is the best amount. No, you actually, the much you swipe is the much that it'll zoom in. You have a lot of features, functionalities with this mouse. You can set the speed and all that stuff in OS X. Yes, that. Again, just a second, I gotta move my microphone. There we go. And yeah, so overall, this mouse I think is pretty good. Now, some people have actually found this mouse to be a little flat because it's really, really flat. yeah, it's really really flat, and it's just uncomfortable coming from like a normal mouse. And that has happened to me too. And this mouse is really really bad if you plan on playing games. So definitely do not buy it if you plan on playing games, because it's horrible, horrendous. But if you're planning on doing the everyday tasks any user does, like surfing the web or reading emails and stuff like that, this mouse will do you just fine, and it comes bundled with every Mac. So that's a great solution. Now let's move on to the wireless keyboard. This is the Magic Mouse. Yeah. Now let's move on to the wireless keyboard.